This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV Profit in association with NSC.
Welcome back. You're here with us on NDTV Profit. Nifty is just on a roll today. Clearly, just look at the index out there. It's up about 1.43% as we speak, just close to the highest point of the day. And we are seeing some broad-based buying coming into the markets as well. Many of the sectors which are looking good include logistics and FMCG, banks and power. So these are some of them which are taking certainly Nifty higher. Sensex 2 meanwhile is up about 376 points or so, very close to the highest point of the day, and it's up trading at 27,084 level. Moving on, let's talk about another stock that we are focusing today. It is Prime Focus. The stock has given some good returns in the last 1 year, 93% or so in the last 1 year. Now, the news that has come in is that the CCI, Competition Commission of India, has approved the merger of the film and media services business of Reliance Media Works with Prime Focus. To discuss this particular deal in detail, we have with us Mr. Vikas Rathee, Group CFO at Prime Focus Limited. Thank you very much, Mr. Vikas, for speaking with us here on NDTV Profit. So this deal has got the CCI nod now. Can you tell us what next? How soon do you see the closure of the deal happening?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on the program again. Yes, we're very glad the CCI approved our transaction. Obviously, it is a fairly rigorous process that they kind of go through over several months to get there, and I think we've got the approval without any requirements in relation to business divestitures or otherwise. So I think they recognize the value that the two companies are going to bring forth for the market, superior customer value proposition and the like. So we're very excited. The transaction is going to close before the end of this month. I think we are required to kind of close it in about 15 days. So you should be expecting this, on or before the 28th, 29th of December.
And if you could also give us a sense of now this combined, this entity, is it going to be a separate entity altogether, or this will be under Prime Focus?
Yeah, it's going to be under Prime Focus Limited, the listed entity, the business we have on a standalone basis in the listed entity, and a significant portion of the operations and assets we are getting from the FMS business of Reliance Media Works. A lot of complementarity, a lot of combined strengths, so it's going to be operated, as a single kind of unit. Now, there are certain investments that this also comes along with on the international perspective, and then we'll manage those investments as well.
Right. You said, what are the current assets that you've acquired, and to what extent, what will be the tune of the investments you'll make?
No, I think it's less about the investments. I think there's some very strong assets we're getting. I think overall value from a book perspective is north of 500 crores that we're getting from an operation and a balance sheet perspective. So we're very, very excited, and this will all be in our books before the end of this current quarter.
Right, I'm still trying to understand what the investments are that you'll have to make, what will be the extent of the investments, and when will you infuse that 120 crore rupees that you're also supposed to get into this merged entity?
Yeah, so that's so between the promoters and Reliance Media Works, that money is going to come in, and that has to be along with the closure of the transaction. So as I mentioned earlier, the transaction is in two pieces. One, there's a cash infusion of about 240 crores that's going to come in, from the promoters as well as Reliance Media Works, and associated with that is the absorption of the merger of the assets in relation to that. So that all these transactions are going to be co-terminus happening together prior to the December 29th.
All right. Now, can you tell me at what price has Reliance Media acquired 30% stake in Prime Focus?
That's at 52 rupees a share.
Right. And when can we expect the 26% open offer to happen?
The open offer, there's already, these are required procedures that we have to go through. There's an ad in the paper already published today. The open offer, actually, the tendering period commences as of tomorrow, Friday. It's going to be open through January 2nd, with the payment considerations being, done around sometime in mid-January.
Please excuse me, Mr. Rathee, I have not seen that ad. Can you tell me what is the open offer price?
It's 52 rupees. The same as the investment price. It's 52 rupees per share is the open offer price as well.
Right, Mr. Rathee, talking about your company is going to acquire fixed assets, current assets, along with the liabilities. We believe that you are also acquiring a debt of about 200 crores after this particular deal. So, where does that take your total debt level to? And are you looking to raise funds or something?
No, I think the debt, you're right, is 200 crores. There are certain conditions along attached to that. I think there's certain asset transfers which are still subject to third-party regulatory and other approvals, including the studio properties. So that will take some time. So that will transfer over at the point in time the ownership of those assets transfers over to us. So I think that is obviously going to take a few months in time. But even assuming this is coming on, you're looking at a debt of around 1,100 to 1,200 crores. To give you a sense, these are the debt that's coming along is coming at some very favorable terms, and I think it's not going to be impacting the day-to-day operational capability of the company. I think we're getting a long-term assets, and associated with that is debt which is also very long-term.
And are you looking to raise some funds anytime soon?
Again, I hope not. I think you always have to be opportunistic. I think we see a very, very good pickup, obviously, in the markets in India, both from a public and private, equity perspective. There's a lot of interest in some of our businesses that we have, and the dollar continues to strengthen. And as you've noticed in the past, there's a significant amount, almost 70+% of our revenues are in foreign currency. So I think there's a lot of frankly tailwinds that we have at the company. We obviously going to be spending some capital around integration expenses, but there's nothing planned, especially on a debt perspective. So there are opportunities. We'll be opportunistic around the equity capital markets, not at the parent level. So I just to clarify, there's no dilution or anything planned or expected at the listed company level.
Right, but can you tell us, post the open offer and Reliance Media taking over that 30% stake, what is the promoter holding in Prime Focus now?
See, open offer, obviously we don't know what the kind of throughput that's going to come in on that side. So I think that's a speculative situation. Pro forma for the preferential and the Reliance Media Works transaction, you will have Reliance Media Works owning about 30.2% and the promoters at 33.5%. Also, as part of the open offer and as publicly disclosed, the first 1.5% of stock that comes through from the open offer is going to be acquired by the promoters, taking them up to 35%.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Rathee, for speaking with us at NDTV Profit and giving us more details.